ages, the Xenomorph has been hailed as the perfect organism. A relentless biomechanical killing machine whose life cycle is as terrifyingly efficient as it is iconic. We all know the stages: the egg, the facehugger, the chestburster, and finally, the drone or the majestic queen. But in Alien Romulus, we were introduced to a creature that threw all the old rules out the window. The offspring wasn't born from an egg. It didn't emerge from a chest. It was a new kind of hybrid, a terrifying fusion of human, xenomorph, and something ancient. The film gave us a glimpse of this new creature, but it was killed before it could complete its life cycle. Today we're asking the most terrifying question in the franchise's history. What was the offspring's final form? What did it evolve into? And did we just witness the birth of a new kind of xenomorph queen? First, to understand its potential, we have to understand its origin. The offspring wasn't created by a traditional facehugger. It was the direct result of a serum derived from the black goo, the mutagenic agent first seen in Prometheus. This black goo isn't just a simple pathogen. It's a mutagenic tool designed by the engineers to destroy and create life. In Romulus, this serum acted as a catalyst, fusing the DNA of the engineer with the host's human and xenomorph genetic material. The result was a creature that bypassed the entire facehugger and chestburster stage, growing to an incredible size in a matter of hours. This is crucial because it means its entire existence is an artificial shortcut, and its evolution would likely be just as accelerated and unnatural. Its appearance alone tells us everything we need to know about its potential. Unlike a regular xenomorph, the offspring was a pale, almost milky white, its skin translucent in places. Its limbs were more humanoid, and its skull was less biomechanical and more streamlined. These aren't random mutations. They are telltale signs of its engineered DNA. But the most terrifying detail wasn't its appearance, it was its behavior. The offspring was cunning, strategic, and seemed to learn on the fly, a higher level of intelligence than a standard drone or warrior. This is not a new variant of a xenomorph. It's an entirely new species, and its life cycle, therefore, would be unlike anything we've ever seen before. So with that in mind, my first theory is that the offspring's final stage would have been a synthetic queen. This isn't a creature built for brute force, but for ultimate command. Appearance-wise, it wouldn't be a massive, physically imposing beast. Instead, its body would be less about muscle and more about processing power. Imagine a form with a colossal, intricate head, its bioneural pathways glowing faintly beneath a translucent skull. Its limbs would be thin but precise, a fragile-looking body housing the most powerful mind. Its size would be moderate, perhaps only 10 to 12 feet tall, but its influence would span miles, maybe even a whole planet. Its daily habits would not be hunting. It would be a central processor, a hive mind that directs a new breed of offspring drones with telepathic precision. Its sustenance would likely come from absorbing the raw biomass delivered by its drones, but it could also feed on information, processing the tactical knowledge of its enemies. Its deadliness would be in its strategic mind. It wouldn't fight like an animal. It would fight like a grandmaster playing chess, anticipating enemy moves and outsmarting its opponents on every front. This queen would be the embodiment of Weyland-Yutani's greatest fear and desire, a xenomorph that is not just a monster, but a genius. A creature capable of not only consuming a planet, but outsmarting its every defense. My second theory is that the offspring's evolution would have continued its path toward its engineer heritage, becoming a new kind of engineer alpha. This creature wouldn't be a sedentary queen. It would be a leader built for conquest. Appearance-wise, this would be the most physically terrifying of the final forms. It would be a colossal figure, a perfect blend of engineer physique and xenomorph biomechanics. Imagine the immense size and power of an engineer, around 15 to 20 feet tall, with immense bulk, combined with the razor-sharp claws, inner jaw, and acid blood of a xenomorph. Its pale skin would be covered in thick, chitinous plates, and its roar would shake the very foundations of a starship. Its daily habits would be hunting and creating on a cosmic scale. It would not be confined to a single hive, but would pilot engineer ships, seeking out new worlds to consume and terraform. Its sustenance would come from consuming not just individuals but entire populations of species. Its deadliness would be its power. It would be an unstoppable force, a living bioweapon that could physically overwhelm anything in its path. Its intelligence would be focused on conquest and creation, making it a king of a new, horrifying spacefaring empire. My final and most terrifying theory is that the Offspring's final form would have been a bioweapon progenitor. This ultimate stage wouldn't be a queen or even an alpha, it would be a dynamic, ever-evolving threat. Appearance-wise, this is the most unpredictable form. It wouldn't have a static body. Instead, it would be a biological forge, a creature whose form changes based on what it has consumed. Its base form could be massive, perhaps 25 feet tall, but its true size would be the army of specialized hybrids it creates. Its daily habits would be to relentlessly hunt for new genetic material. Its sustenance would come from consuming different species and then printing new, specialized hybrids from their DNA. It wouldn't need a single drone. It could create a Yacha hybrid with enhanced combat skills, or an insectoid hybrid with incredible speed. Its deadliness lies in its adaptability. It would be able to create the perfect counter to any threat, making it the most unpredictable and terrifying monster in the universe. It is not just one monster, it is an army of ever-evolving horrors. This is the creature Weyland-Yutani was trying to build. A perfect weapon for any situation, but entirely uncontrollable and capable of turning that purpose on them. The Offspring was more than just a new monster. It was a glimpse into a potential future for the Alien franchise. A future where the Xenomorph is not just a primal killer, but a thinking, evolving, and terrifyingly intelligent threat. A future where its life cycle isn't a linear process, but a branching path of destruction that could consume the entire galaxy. Which theory do you think is most likely? What do you believe the Offspring's final form would have been? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the alien universe.